So it's winter time. There's not really much flea markets to go to now. I mean, it was snowing last week. Yeah. I'm like out of ideas where to get good toys and games right now. So I looked up on the internet and there's apparently an indoor flea market that holds about 600 stands. It's kind of far away, but I'm thinking I'm gonna give it a shot and see what's up over there. Maybe I'll find some games there. Hey guys, welcome to a new video. Now, last week I went over to this great indoor flea market. I mean, there was 600 stands over there. It's wintertime, so you really don't have any options. You gotta really go for indoor flea markets. I usually go for smaller ones because I'm thinking I might get lucky over there. But over here, there's 600 stands. Probably gonna be a lot of competition, so I'm gonna have to dig around looking beneath the tables to find any good stuff. But anyways, I head over there and
just got to the swap meet and there's a ton of people here. It's gonna take like an hour to get in.
There's just a ton of people there. I mean, there's already a line just to get in. I mean, there's this kids amusement park right next door, so I'm thinking, oh, it's probably people all wanting to go over there. It's Sunday, they want to take their kids to an indoor amusement park, but no, these are all people going to the flea market. This is probably gonna be so bad. I have to wait for about 10 minutes before I can even get into the flea market. Right away, I'm hit with some Game Boy stuff. I see a Game Boy Color in the box. It's 50 euros. I'm not gonna spend that. There's also an SNES game complete in the box. But yeah, I'm not gonna give 20 euros for a sports game, and the box isn't in that good condition. So moving on, there's this really big hall I come into, and yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna go over to the back and work my way back to the front because this place is just packed. And in the back, it's actually much nicer. There's not so many people over there just yet, and like 3 tables in, I already find some cool stuff. I see this Star Wars X-Wing. Now, I used to have one of these as a kid, but it's not the same one that I had. So 35 euros, I'm not really gonna go for it. I'm not even gonna negotiate. I'd love to get the one that I had as a kid. But on the same table from the Star Wars stuff, there's actually some games. Now, I see some Game Boy games, but they're already in these protective boxes. So that means this person is probably a collector. They're gonna know what the prices are, but you know, you always have to ask for prices. So I asked for prices. Of course, the Pokemon stuff is way overpriced, you know, but there's this Miss Pac-Man game for the Game Boy Color that comes with the box. I asked her, how much is this game? She's like, oh, that's 10 euros. Seems fair for a complete in-box game. I browsed around a little further with this vendor, and I see she has some Wii games. Now, how much are Wii games? Oh, they're 5 apiece. Well, 5 apiece, that's pretty good considering the titles I'm finding over here. I mean, I'm seeing Xenoblade Chronicles, I'm seeing Capcom versus, I can't even pronounce what I'm seeing over here. And there's also a Dracula game on the Game Boy that I need for a upgrade. My label is ripped, so I really need this one. The Game Boy game is also 5, so I bundle it all together and get everything for 5 apiece. So that includes the Game Boy Color game. So here's a stack of stuff I got from this lady. I got this Dracula game. This is a label upgrade for me. I actually haven't played this Dracula game yet, so I don't really know much about it. I don't think it's any good. I know this on the NES, and it's probably just a port, but I'm not sure. It kind of felt like they were trying to go for a Castlevania vibe with this game, but no. It's not too good, this game, actually. Then we got this Miss Pac-Man in the box. Now, the box is a bit ripped on the sides, but it already came with a protective sleeve now. And then I actually picked up some Wii games. So first up is Tatsunoko versus Capcom Ultimate All-Stars. Alright, so yeah, this is of course a Capcom game. It's a fighting game. It's in 2D, which I love. I mean, I love all the 2D fighting games, so that's why I picked it up. I don't know anything about that Sunoco, so if any one of you, of the viewers, knows what's up with that Sunoco, just leave it in the comments. Give me like some info on it. I'm seeing Beautiful Joe over here. And yeah, Street Fighter characters are also in here. Then I also picked up Xenoblade Chronicles. Now, a lot of people have been playing Xenoblade Chronicles 2 on the Switch, and they're saying, oh, this game is amazing. So I thought I might as well pick up this RPG when it's €5. I don't know it. I'm not really putting down too much money, so if it sucks, I can probably still move it around to another collector. It looks like it's an epic tale of sorts. Drives around some more tables. There's some Lego stuff, of course. There's some toys, mostly new toys. But hey, over here, in between all these dinosaurs, I found a Jurassic Park dinosaur. I found this Triceratops. It's missing this piece right here, but for €3, you're not really gonna complain. Now, the Jurassic Park dinosaurs, you can always recognize because they have the JP logo on there. Jurassic World has a JW logo on it. They usually have the bigger ones, they feel mushy, like they're trying to resemble dinosaur skin. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Now, this is an action feature. When you push his stomach together, he bumps his head up and down. And that's basically it. I mean, it's just really fun to have these because they feel so neat. I think this is already my fourth one. But anyways, moving on. I walk a bit further and I see another Jurassic Park dinosaur. Now, this is one from the Lost World. So the second Jurassic Park movie. I don't actually know if these had pieces to go over the flesh parts. They probably did, but I've never seen it for this one. So once again, the Jurassic Park dinosaurs that came from Lost World have also the JP logo, and they also have side B on it because that's like the side B is where they went to in that movie. This also has an action feature. When you push these two together, his tail wiggles like that. The tail has the same feel, like it's more mushy, and the rest is just plastic. It's not as dinosaur feely as the first ones they put out, but still cool to add to the collection. Here's a vendor I see quite a lot. I already went through his stuff a ton of times, but there's a tub of Game Boy games, so I might as well look into it. Maybe I'll find a game I'm still missing and actually pick up 3 games. Now, these are just because I don't see them often. I already have them, but I need them for trading with other collectors. There's actually another collector who gave me his list, and Casino Fun Pack was on it, so I snagged it up for him. He's gonna get it pretty soon. I'll probably tape it when I give it to him because it was fairly cheap. I also picked up Side Pocket. This is a pool game. And then there's the 4-in-1 Fun Pack, which has chess on it and checkers and all that good stuff. So yeah, crappy games, but for people that are looking to complete their full set, they're cheap, but you're always missing them because you don't see them too often. Then there's like this gigantic stand of Barbies, and I'm not sure if it's for sale, but it looks like this guy. I mean, he's even got caravans for Barbie. It looks like a gigantic display, like a museum piece. It has like all the Barbie houses. There's so much Barbies over here. I
gotta move, I gotta cleanse myself.
I move a bit further and I see this cool stand of a guy who's probably collecting Star Trek because he's got these really cool Star Trek toys over here. Unfortunately, Star Trek isn't really my thing, so didn't pick anything up over there. Now this next stand, I immediately get pulled in because I see some He-Man toys over there, and actually I already have all the He-Man toys apart from one that I did pick up here, but I see a metal plate that's supposed to go on another toy figure. So I'm like, how much do you want for just this metal plate thingy? And he's like, oh, what's it for? Well, it's actually for a turtle. Oh, I have turtles over there. I'm like, oh, cool. He's got some turtles. So the first thing that I pick up from this guy is actually an Orco that came with the spinny thing so he can move around. Pop him over here again. I also found an ET. I was looking for an ET for the longest time, but people are just ridiculous in pricing these. They were like asking 15 euros for some of these. This guy is in great condition. He's looking sweet, so I picked him up for I think around 4 euros, which is a lot cheaper than most people are asking for them. Now let's get into the TMNT stuff that I found. So I found this Cyber Samurai Mikey. There's some stuff missing in the back, but I think I already have one. Now the cool thing is he actually came with one of these shooter things. So this is like a missile you can put in and then he shoots it. He also shoots his hands. He's missing one hand, but hey, at least he's got this cover thingy that you can pop on over there. And that wasn't the only turtle he had. He also had this sewer spitting Michelangelo. He was in a baggie, so I was expecting him to go like, oh, that's 10 euros, but he was like, oh, that's 4 euros I was thinking of asking. And then he came with some accessories, and these are actually all the accessories he came with. So he's got his coconut drink, he's got this water pistol shooter thing that's also a boombox. I have no idea what this thing is he's holding in his right hand. And then of course some nunchucks, because it's Michelangelo. Now the sewer spitter turtles, they're pretty cool because you could actually fill the back up with water and they'd shoot out through their mouth. So that's why they're called the sewer spitters. Of course he's loose, but he's complete, so really happy for that price. Trying to leave here, but the guy's like, oh, I still have some turtle stuff for you. And I'm like, okay, what do you have? And he comes over with like, oh, these are like stickers. And I remember these stickers. They used to come in with like a bubble gum. So you'd have a bubble gum and the sticker would be in there. I had a ton of these as a kid, and these are all still not used. And he was like, yeah, you can have them because you bought all those turtles. It's like, I only bought 2, but hey, I'll take it. And this might actually be the whole set because I don't see any doubles in here. Really nice of him to give me this. This is definitely staying in the collection with me. So if you give me some stickers in a box, I'm happy, so.
Really cool.
And then I actually start looking underneath the table of the guy and I see this weird object. It's a box and it says Sectaurs. So Sectaurs is a toy line that didn't run very long. I think it only had like 5 episodes. There was one run of toys they put out and the second year they didn't even get to put it out because it didn't sell too well. Now the box is in rough shape, of course, but here as you can see, Thor's the Warriors of Symbian. And this is the Battle Beetle. Now it's cool that it came with the box. Of course, the box is in terrible shape, but still, you know, it was really cheap. I paid around 15 euros for this, and I was actually quite surprised to find out that when I got home and I opened it up, there's actually 2 of these in here. So I don't remember this guy's name. What you could do with these is they're actually gloves. So you put your hand in there. So yeah, these are the Sectaurs. They're like the vehicles, so they're actually just insects. You put your hands in there and then you get to move around. So this guy has a snapping action. You can put figures on it. I don't see the figures too often, but the figures are like, they're not cool at all. They look terrible. Sorry if any of you are really fans.
The battle of the Sectaurs continues. Hydrax waits to surprise Zargon, but Zargon gave him phony battle plans and a
pretty happy to get these because it's a pretty cool action feature. So this guy opens his mouth and this guy has this claw action thingy. Yeah, anyways, I'm gonna keep this guy because he looks awesome, but there's a friend of mine who was actually looking for one of these for the longest time, and he's gonna get the one that comes with the box. He was like, oh damn, dude, I'm looking for this for the longest time. If you ever see one again, bring it for me if you get a double. And I'm like, no, you can have one of these. I want to keep this one. Are you happy with that? And he was like, yeah, totally, I'll take it from you. And yeah, pretty happy with this find actually, because you don't run across this too often. It's always fun to help out a fellow collector. You can have so much bad luck not running into the stuff you want, and then you see other people that don't really want it, but they find it anyway. So this is kind of that thing. Like, I picked it up because it was really cheap, and I didn't know if I was gonna keep it yet, so I was really glad to find out my buddy was looking for it, and now he's gonna get it. Then I'm kind of just browsing around. There's a lot of people over here, so it's not fun looking through all these things, but anyways, I pony on through, and there's another vendor with some games. Game Boy games this time, so I'm thinking, yeah, I'm gonna find some games, but no, no, there's no Game Boy games I need over here. But I do see one game in particular that I really want. There's a Game Boy Advance game. I picked up the box for one a couple videos ago, and this Game Boy Advance game is Donkey Kong Country 2. So on the classic Game Boy, you had the Donkey Kong Land trilogy, which was awesome, but then on the Super Nintendo you had Donkey Kong Country 2. Now the Game Boy Advance is basically a tiny Super Nintendo. It's also a 16-bit system, I think, and they put out all the Donkey Kong games on there, so I was really glad to find this one with the box. I loved playing Donkey Kong Country as a kid. Over at my friend's house, he used to have it, and you could actually play 2-player on the Super Nintendo. Now this is a really good port. It's got the game and the manual. I already have the first one, so now I'm gonna have to look out for the third Donkey Kong Country game. This, of course, a platformer. You collect bananas. Who doesn't know Donkey Kong Country? It's a great game. This one introduces Dixie Kong and Diddy Kong next to, I think Donkey Kong is in this one, I'm not sure. But yeah, Diddy Kong, she has like this action where she can throw her hair around and she can fly a bit. Really happy to get this one for my Game Boy Advance because, yeah, it's definitely a fun game to play. So here's the other box. Now I just need the third one for that. And yeah, then I'll have the collection. So yeah, that was it. I mean, for a flea market that started at 11, there still was a lot of stuff up for grabs for cheap. I mean, those Jurassic Park dinosaurs were really cheap. Of course, I'm still looking for other flea markets, but next week we're actually heading over to Brussels, which is the capital of Belgium. It's also called the heart of Europe when you fly into the airport for some reason. And what we're gonna do there is we're gonna go to all the thrift stores. We're gonna go into all the retro gaming stores because there's actually a lot over there. And yeah, I'm just gonna show you, if you're ever in Belgium, if you're in Brussels, it's right in the center of the big city. So if you're there as a tourist, it's probably only a 5-minute walk away from where you gotta be for the museums and stuff. And you're right in retro gaming paradise, really. There's a ton of stores over there, so definitely stay tuned and check in next week to see what I got over there. If this is your first time over here, definitely hit that subscribe button. If you like the video, leave a thumbs up and maybe leave a comment down in the comments below. I will see you guys next week on Monday. Bye.